Okay, guys, we're going to go to Ask Scruff. This is kind of a question I didn't quite grasp to start with. So it's a salute to Ben, and I'll try and put it into some kind of clarification. So I'm aware that lower time frame support and resistance are like tissue, as you've mentioned in the past. They are. Waste of time. What are your views on clean zones to the left? Not much chop. Price seems to move through these zones quite nicely. What would the reason for this? And do I keep an eye on it? Well, I wasn't rightly sure what the question was. Then I had a little bit of a chat. Think it's ITC, not a chance. Fucking waste of time. And then came down and Ben sort of says, do I care about whether a low time frame is chop? For example, if you're ranging on an hour, would I prefer a decisive close in an area that has less chop? Okay, no need to apologize. I think I know what you're getting at. So, right. The real answer is no, I don't pay attention to it at all. All my trading comes from the higher time frames, and I only use lower time frames for confirmation and an entry criteria. So you can call it all-time trading because I look across the board. I'm always looking for the big picture. Now, the levels that I use are all higher time frames, you know that. They ripple through time. So if I am on a 15-minute chart and I can see my solid levels, well, I already know where they came from and I know what they represent. So I don't need to put any extra levels in. Now, I can superimpose an hourly fib to help with entry exits. That'll help me. And then when it comes to the chop or the swing points, all I need to do is just count the candles back, and therefore I'll be able to see what the rolling range is or whether there's a fractal. And if there's a fractal, I'm looking at the high point or the low point, depending on what direction it's in. And if it's in a range, I'm just looking for a break of said range. But I would also be looking at entry exits based on an hourly fib because they just repeat over and over. Now, the way that I trade personally is I don't give a toss about market structure or anything like that, because it's like everything else. It looks good in hindsight, but in the moment, it means nothing. Elliott waves are a good example of that. Everybody bangs on about an Elliott wave, but it's not an Elliott wave till it's an Elliott wave. So it's pointless. Absolute waste of time. In the moment, you just need your levels and your key direction. If you've got that direction right, it'll forgive a bad entry. And then you know where the next stall point is, which is said level. And then if that's the case, fine, you're trading from one point into the level in the direction of strength. So you've got that in your favor, and then just target appropriately. And that's it. That's how I trade. And then I just trade less than what most people do. You know, I'm a big believer in less is more. I'll go to market once or twice a day, and that's it. Paid, quit. If I'm building a small account, which you've seen done, it's once or twice a day. Every day it compounds up, and suddenly you go from a small amount to a big amount, but everybody wants it now. Oh, look, I've made a gazillion in 4 minutes. And then 10 minutes later, oh shit, I've lost a lot. Boom and bust is not for me. I like steady steps. So I hope that helps you, kid, but keep asking it. Drop in the lives. When I catch you on the camera next, I'll try and explain it a bit further for you. But as always, keep trucking, kid.